guys, I'm still on my way home here. Just taking the back roads. Thought I'd talk a little bit. We got some time. Yeah, I've been driving this car a while now, and it's funny. Buying a used car that you don't know anything about is a lot like getting into a relationship with someone that you don't know anything about. You never really know what you have until you live with them for a while. And that's certainly true with cars and trucks and things of that matter. I've put about, I don't know what the odometer says. I think it says, I can't see that, but I put about 1,300 miles on this car, and the 600 of that has been in the last week. 5-day week. So got some distinct impressions about this car and these cars in general, these A-bodies. Well, first of all, I'll say this car, at least in particular, is a really nice car to drive. It rides nice, it drives nice. It's easy to drive, it just rides good. It's not rough to drive and run, to ride in. It's really nice. It's got the, I guess you would call it the, I don't know if they called it the performance suspension on this one, but it's just the kind of the firmer suspension, and it's really a good mix of being firm, but it's really nice. I don't know how to explain it. Well, I can't find the words, I guess, but I've driven a couple of these cars that had the base suspension, and they're really a lot different. They bottom out and flip and flop all over the place and bounce and stuff like that. So if you're going to buy one of these cars, try to find one that's got the optional heavy-duty suspension on it. You won't be sorry. One thing about this car that's probably the worst part of it is this doggone Iron Duke engine, which, like I said, it's been doing fine. It hasn't used any oil. It seems like a solid engine, but it's just noisy, rough and noisy, and people have complained about that for years and years and years, ever since these cars first came out. I've read some of the magazine road tests back when these cars were new, and they said the same thing. It's just a noisy engine. So if you're going to buy one of these cars, try to find one with a V6 in it. Probably the best one to find would be a Buick or Oldsmobile with a 3300 V6. It's been getting about, it's probably getting about 25 miles per gallon on the highway. I don't know what it's getting in the city. I haven't measured the mileage. I've just been kind of estimating it based on how much I have to put in it during the week, because the Buick gets about, it's been averaging 20, almost 27, and this one is, it seems like it's using just a little bit more than that car, just a little bit. But you know what I was saying about you never really know what you get until you live with them for a while. This car, driving them this much in 1 week will certainly give them a good shakedown, and I can tell this car's not been driven much in recent years, because during this week something has started creaking in the front end all on its own. I didn't hit anything. I don't know what happened to it, but it's driving good, and it doesn't do it all the time. But you may notice there at the very first of this video, when I was turning that corner right there, you heard some kind of pop up here. It may not show up on the video, but I heard it. So I don't know if it's a sway bar or something in the rack and pinion, but it just started that all on its own Monday. So, and then the second thing that's happened is I checked the coolant this morning, and it was empty. The bottle was empty. Completely empty. The radiator was still pretty full, but got looking around, and the radiator started leaking. And I think I probably caused that in a roundabout way, because the radiator cap had a busted seal. It wasn't all of it. It was just the part on the, there's two seals on one of these radiator caps. There's the rubber seal on the center, and then there's a rubber gasket around the out, kind of the, where it just mates to the outside of the radiator itself there at the cap. And that one was disintegrated, so it's just letting just a little bit of coolant seep out, not much, And so I replaced that with a good cap from the junkyard, same kind of cap, same rating, and it just all of a sudden the radiator started leaking. So, so about to put a radiator in it. I guess I'll put a couple of hoses on it too. Looks like it's got the original hoses on it. Can you believe that? Dang, dude. Like to blind me. This road, this doggone curvy road, man, this is what you do the whole way through here. Click your lights up and down, up and down, up and down. By the time you get them clicked up to high beams, or somebody coming around the corner, just watch and see. So anyway, that happened, and then the alternator belt has been squealing. It looks like it's had belts put on it pretty recently, but the alternator belt's like really long on this car, so I don't know if I'm going to tighten it or just replace it. I've actually gotten some replacement belts for it, so. And I found out it didn't have a thermostat in it, so. I've got a little bit of a work session to do with it this weekend. They got everything in stock except the lower hose. I don't know must be pretty unique, so I have to order one of those. But yeah, it's been a nice car, guys. It just really is. They sold a ton of these things, and I can understand why. They're not bad. Actually, as a matter of fact, I like it better than I like that Regal. That Regal's probably going to be sold pretty soon. That's another one. Jeez. Just do not like it, man. I tell you what it is. It's not so much that I just dislike so many cars. It's that it seems like GM cheaped out on their cars and trucks so bad after about 94, 95. And I don't know, it just gives me a bad impression every time I've been in one. And you think, it's like buying a cheap new house. It's like it looks good, everything looks good, and you think, woo, a lot of features, but then you get in it and drive it for a while, and you're like, man, this is a cheap car. And it really is. It's like aluminum with a lot of nice stuff on it, but I don't like it. It's fun to drive with your foot on the floor, but that's about it. This old car, as old as it is, it feels more solid and drives better than that one does. No offense to anybody has one of them. Everybody's different. They like different things, but not for me. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll probably just keep driving this one for a while at least. And I may buy another Mazda or something. Who knows? I just can't be satisfied. I got ADD of the car. Automotive ADD. I can't pay attention to anything. But, boy, this is a creepy old road. This road is called Hobbs Island Road. If anybody wants to look that up on the map in Alabama, this is where I'm at. God, I'm not going to be able to see by the time I get home. Light's shining right in my face. But there's hardly a straight section on this thing. The speed limit's 45 and I'm doing 50. I already got pulled over on this road one time. I used to drive this road as fast as I could when I was younger because I knew where all the curves were. Probably could still do that, but can you hear that? I don't know if you heard that. The struts up here, whatever they're scrunching is what I call it. When I go over a bump, sometimes they go. But it's weird though. It's like nothing that's going on has affected the way the car rides and drives. It's just making noise. I don't know. Whatever. Like an old person's car. I like it though, man. It's got a nice stereo in it. $103,000 miles on it. I just put a set of tires on it, and oh yeah, that was the other thing. Discovered after I put the tires on that one of the wheels, I thought I had a broken belt in one of the tires. The tires were pretty worn out on it, but I thought I had a broken belt in one of the tires, but it turns out it's not the tires, it's one of the wheels. Somehow, an aluminum wheel can get too much run out in it, I guess, but it vibrates by about 65 miles an hour. So I think they put them back where they were. They had them marked on the tires, like left rear, right rear, etc. So one of the old tricks, if you got a wheel on the front that's out of true, is put it on the back and you won't notice it. So I'm going to try that first. I'm going to move the front tires to the back since they're all brand new now, and see how that is. Here. Yeah, this is a very diesel-like engine. Sounds like a diesel. It's almost as loud as that Mercedes. But yeah, you know, guys, I do these candid automotive reviews, and these are a nice car. They're a really good car for everyday driving. Not an exciting car, but they're nice. If you're wanting a good daily driver or a winter car or something like that, try to pick up one of these Sierras or Celebrity or Century or something like that. They're all right. As a matter of fact, down there at that, I made a video on it, and I may put it up, I may not, I don't know. But there's a down at the Goodwill, there's an old Sierra that's a year newer than this. I guess it was a donation. And you believe it, that car has a 3.8 liter engine in it, a 3.8 liter Buick. I knew some of them, I thought they came with them, but I thought only the ones that were like supposed to be a T-type or something came with that. But sure enough, it's a Sierra Brome with a, I guess you could call it a 3800, even though it's not one. It's just a fuel injected 3.8. But anyway, 4-speed automatic transmission. Well, I guess that's basically the nicest Sierra you can get in those years. But I don't have any room for it, can't afford it, so I don't need it. Still on Hobbs Island Road. I know some of y'all might be like me, you kind of like to trace roads and stuff, so I'll tell you where I'm at. You kind of find out where I'm driving. About to come up on the left, about to come up on Ditto Marina. That's D-I-T-T-O, Ditto Marina. There's a sign for it over there. I don't know if you can see it yet. Yep, Ditto Marina. And then we're going to make a right turn up here. Right turn, Clyde. This is Ditto Marina Parkway. Yeah, that's getting on my nerves really bad. Here's the railroad tracks. Fast lane, fuel injection. Put your pedal to the metal, Dan. That wasn't to the floor either. That's funny. You ever see people, they do videos and stuff like that, and they're always saying that they do like a 0 to 60, and they'll say, that was only half throttle, or something like that. You fooling, it was not. These guys always got to defend him. Oh, it was only half throttle, right? I get in Florida, it'll spin too much. I can't get any traction. I'll do another better one later someday. Well, someday ain't never gonna come, because that was as good as it'll do. Yep. I think I need to spray some WD-40 on the front end. Put some deep creep on it. What's that stuff? Croil. Spray the whole front suspension with it. That's funny. That popping's not very funny, but I don't know if I can make it do that or not. Got a car coming here. Alright guys, I don't know when I'll get this uploaded because my computer's running out of memory, and I'm going to have to go get a hard drive, I guess, an external hard drive or something, or delete some video. That's what I've been doing. So it's really boring to delete videos, so I have to kind of make myself do that. I'll do it pretty soon because I want to get some new videos up. I know I've been kind of lagging. Fourth quarter is always our busy time of the year in my work, so I kind of don't have much time to do stuff, and with the days getting shorter, you know, yada yada yada, blah blah blah, same old excuses, but that's the deal. So, but I got some things ready. Look at that guy out there walking his dog. Go home. Don't you realize it's dark? Go home. The heck with that dog. But it's kind of the way it is. But I got some stuff coming to work on. Trying to find some heads for that Chevy. I know some of you guys provided me with some links. Thank you so much for that. That was really helpful. I haven't really found the right pair yet, but anybody that's done that, I sure appreciate it. Still looking for a good set of heads for that. Get that put back together, and gonna start on the rear end for that Dart. Imagine that, a TH125C that has a torque converter clutch actually working right on it. Now I'm going to say that and that'll tear up, probably. It does work. Pretty aggressive too, boy. It tries to stay in lockup as much as it can. Normally I would have turned back there on Hobbs, but this is Bailey Cove Road, but I have a destination. I gotta go pick up some groceries, so I'm going to the good old Publix. Your one-stop shopping location for low prices, high quality every day of the week. Come check out our values. Yeah, I heard that popping again. Something under there is making a little bit of... Yeah, this car's got some sympathetic resonance in it from the engine, even with the motor mounts replaced. Come on across. It's alright, lady. I'm not in any hurry. I run my mouth a lot like that, but I'm a nice person. I try not to smart off to people or anything. Here we are. I don't know where the squeaking cleaner truck is. I ain't seen him lately. Maybe his belt broke. Okay, well that's 18 minutes of your life that was probably wasted, so sorry about that. Tune in again for the next time. See you guys. Have a good one.